stars above.
Hello, Delightful One here, bringing you another video. Today in this video, I hope to show you how to make some simple earrings out of basswood on the Cricut Maker. Again, if you like what you see, please comment down below, like, and subscribe. Okay, first of all, let's begin. I will write up the instructions and put it in the description box. And I will show you some pictures of what I actually did in Design Center to make these earrings. Okay, let's get started. I'll show you how to apply the basswood to the strong grip mat. I'll show you what knife blade needs to be used, and you can have some earrings completed in as little as, let's say, 1 hour. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Okay, Delightful One back. Alright, so let's get started. This is how I go about making earrings out of basswood. If you can see, this wood is very thin and delicate, so handle with a gentle hand. Basically, and I got this wood from Michaels. Michaels had some in stock in the crafting section, so I just picked up a little bit. And I'll have a picture of it. And the actual size that I'm using, or measurements, is 1/32 by 3 by 24 inch was the designated size on the piece. Here's another piece and I'll show you. So I had some in my container. So this is what I use to make some earrings. Right now I've only made one other pair before. It was a first time try, and I actually made them in a diamond shaped pattern and stuck some vinyl on them. So this is the first set I ever did right here. I haven't worn them yet. I'm really trying to find the right outfit to wear them with, but the whole piece is made out of the basswood. And then I basically had some dark brown vinyl and some cream colored vinyl. So I just basically kept the same shape. Of course, made them different sizes and stuck them up there. And I did it on both sides, so of course, as you wear in the earrings, they're gonna rotate. And I didn't want to have a plain side on rotation. So this was the first set I made. And basically, you'll see I made them the same way. The only difference is what shape you choose in Cricut Design Center. These could be hearts, they could be hexagons, they could be stars. I like the diamond shape. So what I'm making today would be actually of a circle shape, but it's the same concept. You have to cut out a little hole here, make sure you have earring hardware, and you're good to go. Okay. But this is what I do. I'll try to remember to talk through the process. And if you hear my voice is different, because I'm actually getting over some of these allergies. The pollen is crazy. And I've never had a problem with the pollen when I was younger. But as I get older, the pine trees, when they start pollinating, it just really gets to me. So it gives me a lot of sinus issues. So okay, basically the size of the earrings we're making today are 1 inch in diameter, a 1 inch circle basically. Just about that big. I don't like big earrings in my ears because I have, like, from the bottom of my ear to my neck, there's not a lot of space. So I don't like it when my earrings touch the bottom part of my neck. So I decided to go with 1 inch. Alright, so one thing I would suggest, if you're designing in Cricut Design Maker and you think you have the earrings or the design that you want, always test on cardstock or even just plain typing paper. Because what you're going to want to do is, you don't want to waste your materials, because you know, you don't want to waste this wood and have to go back to the store and get more cardstock. You get a whole bunch of it. It's easy to practice on. And the only thing, like you said, you can have the design. The only thing that's changing is the material you're using. Today I'm using basswood. I have some leather that I probably will do the same thing on with the leather. But again, I practice with cardstock to get an idea of making sure the circles were the right size for my ears, and then even when I put the little circle for the earring hardware, that helped me see that I had enough space between the wood and the circle where the hardware is going to go. Okay, here we go. Let's get started like I said. All right, let me shift the camera a little bit. Okay, so my earrings are 1 inch by 1 inch, and I'm making a pair, so it will be 2 circles. So actually the spacing that is taken up when I look in my design center on my canvas, it's almost 3 inches. So I like to leave extra space because you're going to have to tape it to the strong grip cutting mat. So you're going to use masking tape for that. So what I kind of do is basically I think I'm going to go with 4 inches. That's going to be more than enough of 4 inches wide. And the height is only 1 inch, or let's just say 1.5 inch when you look in the Cricut Design Center spacing. So definitely have that because the piece of wood itself is 3 inches wide. So it covers that area. And I just need to make it 4 inches long to make sure I have enough space for when Cricut decides to cut it. So what I do is put it on my cutting mat. You can also use a ruler, of course. If you don't have it, you do those measurements. And I use this little, I guess you call it, well, it's just like a cutting knife of some sort. I got it from Amazon. And if I can remember or find the link, I'll put it in the description. I have a lot to put in the description link, and I don't know if YouTube actually limits that amount, but I'll do my best. So, like I said, this wood is so thin, this right here will definitely cut it. You do have to apply a little pressure though. Alright, so I'm going to cut from this side. And again, like I said, about 4 inches is more than enough. So I'm applying it and applying some pressure. Okay. There we go. I'm going to use this piece right here. Let me put this in my little stockpile. Alright, so we have the 4 inches I need. Alright, let's go get the strong grip cutting mat. Alright, I don't have a 12 by 12, which I actually have ordered because I think it will make working on these projects a lot easier than the 12 by 24, but the 12 by 24 still works. Okay, so basically we're just going to take the wood and apply it to the strong grip cutting mat. I keep saying mat. I don't know. Mat. Alright. So let me do this way. Want a straighter edge near the outside. Okay. Now, this mat is very tacky. Hear that? And like I said, another reason I'd rather have the 12 by 12, which does not come in the box when you order the Cricut Maker. It just will, just cut off right here. Just give me more space give me less space to have to worry about all this part over here. And yes, it did get some damage. Some of the, I guess, coating came off, but that's why I'm ordering 3 more 12 by 12s, which would be great for me in my projects of like doing this basswood or even craft board. Okay, so now I'm going to get the masking tape. And before I was using painter's tape, the blue painter's tape. This is actually the first time I'm using masking tape. And a lot of the people in their videos, I've seen them use this and it didn't cause them any issues. So I hope that's the same story for me. But with the blue painter's tape, you can use it, but be aware that as Cricut cuts, sometimes that blue painter's tape can kind of come up a little bit and cause problems when cutting your wood out. You don't want this getting stuck under the Cricut and all that. So, alright, so here we go. I'm going to just tape. Kind of want to, I guess I'm covering about 1/4 of an inch. Let's see if I can try to zoom in. Alright, so if you have overage on this side, it doesn't matter, but you definitely don't want the tape to go over the sides of this mat, because as it feeds into Cricut, it can be too thick and get stuck. Ask me how I know, because it happened. I got scared. I thought I messed my Cricut up because it actually got stuck and I had to seriously pull it out. Alright, so and it's somewhat okay to have some of the tape on the wood. I try not to though, so like this is really wide. I'm going to have to actually kind of see if I can tear a little bit off. Now let's see how we can tape this. Okay, I'm going to tape around all 4 sides. Tearing off some of the excess tape here. Okay. I enjoy this. It's just really, it's great being able to be creative. You know, you feel like your mind's being used, if that makes sense. I think most of us are creative inside. Just some of us just haven't tapped into it yet. And it may not be with being crafty. It could be with singing, writing, being technical in things. But I think we all have a bit of creativity in us because God is creative. He created us. Okay. All right. So as you see, kind of taped around the corner. So now, pretty much want to show you, this is, so once you tape it down, you know, you go to Cricut, you're going to say make it, but this is the knife blade that has to be used with the basswood or balsa wood. This is the Cricut knife blade, and it's pretty sharp. Okay, one thing you want to keep in mind when you're working with these 12 by 24 cutting mats, you want to make sure that you have enough room behind Cricut Maker as it feeds in and in the front. So another reason why I want a 12 by 12 mat, I have to make sure with this 12 by 24, if I'm not careful, it could hit this light over here or not have enough room in the back of the Cricut because there's an actual wall back there. Okay, so again, this is the knife blade. You're going to insert that in your Cricut Maker. Okay, and you're gonna actually, you want to make sure you come to your Cricut and pull these star wheels back. When you're using chipboard or balsa wood or basswood, you want to roll these out the way. And Cricut Maker will tell you to make sure these star wheels are moved out the way. Okay, turn my Cricut Maker back, correct? So. Alright, so now you want to take your mat, put them underneath the little feeder things here. Okay, and pretty much I can hit the blinking light to get started. Okay, Cricut went through to make sure everything was okay. And the knife blade is in there. And the speed you can't set is automatically adjusted by Cricut Maker for the material that you're using, at least in this situation. And I pressed the blinking Cricut, the blinking C, then it goes through. And I'm just checking to make sure I have no space behind it. Looks good, it's going through, feeding. Recognizing the correct tool. If the tool is not correct, Cricut will tell you. Okay, let me change camera angles a little bit. Now remember, we're cutting through basswood and we're just cutting circles. Essentially it's going to be 2 circles cut and then a little cutout for the hardware. And Cricut will tell you how many passes it needs to make through the wood. So right now I am at 11% of the project being completed, and we're on cutting 3 of 18 passes. So it's taking this knife blade and has to cut a total of 18 passes to make these earrings. I don't know what the estimated time of completion will be. I think I'll probably say maybe around 15 minutes. No, maybe less. Actually, I'm sorry. Cricut is telling me 6 minutes remaining. We're on 4 of 18 passes and 6 minutes remaining. So essentially this is what's going to happen. I'm going to pause the video right here and I'll come back shortly. Stay tuned. Okay, Delightful One back. It stated in Cricut Design that it's completed, and before you take the mat out you can decide and peep at it to see if it looks good or if you need it to cut more. If it looks good, then you press the blinking arrow button on your Cricut and it will eject the mat for you. If you think it needs to have some more cutting done to it, you press the C and it will pick up where it left off and continue to cut. So to me it looks pretty good as I glimpse it over. So I'm going to press the blinking arrow to eject the mat. Okay. Put my Cricut Maker back. Alright, so let's see what we have. Okay. Yes, just FYI, the masking tape does a whole lot better than painter's tape. The painter's tape would have been peeling up by now, or got messed up, and I'm sitting there watching it, trying to push it down as it feeds through and stuff. So this is great. Masking tape is a whole lot better. Okay, so what I want to do is just remove the tape carefully. Actually hold the wood down towards the mat just in case the tape might try to lift the wood up, and you don't really want to have the tension in the wrong place because again this wood is so thin, you could run the risk of breaking the earrings. The most crucial part, and I had this based on the diamond shaped earrings I did a couple of weeks back, is where the circle is. The circle, depending on how Cricut cuts it, because of course based on the way one designs it, this can be tricky right here, getting this out or even actually lifting this wood up to get the earrings off. So they said the best thing to do is flip Cricut mat and then try to carefully bend away the wood. Okay, so that kind of worked. Now I do notice now, couldn't see it from the front side, and this will be a concern, but it looks great as far as like it cut through for the most part on the front side, but when I turn the back of it over, it's not as defined and cut out as I would like it. So this small section right here is not actually all the way through the wood. So when that happens, what I do is get a, I don't know what you call these things, but I can find it. What do you call these things? I have no idea. Some kind of blade. So what I do is use this to just kind of cut through the wood. Carefully though. And I cut from the front side and just kind of applying pressure. So let me turn it over. It looks like on this second one, it didn't get as thorough as I would like it to be. So I'm kind of going through poking. Just trying to do what I guess I should have went through again a second time, but again couldn't tell. I could try to lift it up. I'm scared to kind of do it this way because you run the risk of breaking the earring. So let's see, I'm gonna put, here we go. It's lifting up somewhat. So I could say for safe measure, just make Cricut do it again. Alright, so got that up. It looks like we're going to have to some kind of poke out. There we go. Hey, that works. Poke out a little area for the circle. Let's see if we can get the other earring up without causing breakage. I'm going to flip it over, see where I need to apply more pressure. Okay, over this side, the right side, according to where I'm facing. And try not to be impatient. And believe me, patience, I'm working on that as a virtue in all things, all areas in my life. Okay, so the second one came out. Let's see, poke. Yeah, that came out pretty good. All right, so we have your two circles right here. Again, another reason you duplicate is so the earrings can be very similar or exact. So basically, I have the option now to go back in Cricut Maker, use the same template, and I can decide if I'm going to put some vinyls up here. Let's just say I'll do vinyl stripes. I can do a big bright blue, red, yellow, you know, vinyl stripe across here. Or you can wear them natural. It's natural wood. No problem. Or you can take a vinyl and make a letter and put your initial up here. And depending on how big you make it, sometimes you could probably put your whole name if the earring's big enough. So essentially, that's how you cut out some earrings in Cricut Maker. I save as much wood as possible. I got enough room to do something down here, so I'll just cut this part off across here and then save the scraps for another project. Alright, so again, the two little earrings, and this, I'm not going to show this in the video. I'll take a picture of the end result or put the end result in the video. But basically, I went to Michael's and picked up these fish hook earrings. They come in the gold tone or silver tone. But it says fish hook earrings. It's 60 pieces in here. And I think this might have been like a $3, $2.99 price. And this part right here, I get the jump rings. These are 6mm jump rings. You could buy them smaller. I just had to get what my hands are able to work with. I don't like them too small. And basically, I'm going to put 1 or 2 jump rings, depending on how much dangle I want. But usually maybe 1 jump ring up here. I'll take the jump ring, put it in my hand, and then I'll attach the hook to the jump ring. And then that jump ring is going to go inside this circle right here. And then you will need some pliers to definitely put them together. So if you can work with your hands, all great and good, but you're going to need some type of pliers. This is what I got from an actually earring kit I had probably got 6 years ago. And basically I used this to open up, put it inside the jump ring, open it up enough to put the fish hook up there, and then put this on the earring. And then carefully I put the jump ring between this part right here. You can see that. This part right here where the indentations are. And slowly close it. And then you have your earrings. Again, you can make more circles. You can take the vinyl and put up here to get a design. Or you can leave it all natural wood. I'm going to experiment with putting some polyurethane on it to maybe make it feel stronger. But that's pretty much it. These are the end results of the earrings. This one. Here's the other one. If I can. Here we go. All right. Just want you to see. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to my channel, Delightful One. If you like what you see, please comment below, like and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. You know, share the video. Anything that can, you know, help get me out there. Hope to be doing some more things in the future, different things as I attempt to venture boldly in doing different things. Again, thank you so much for spending your time watching my video, because there are hundreds and millions of videos out there. I appreciate you. Again, if you have kids, children between the ages of 7 and 14, please tune them into my children's channel. I will put my daughter's link and my son's link in the description box below. Again, I have written up some simple directions on how to design these earrings in Cricut's Design Space. So please read through that. As long as I have enough space in the description, I will put them there. If not, I will make a comment to my video and I will put it in my comments. Again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a wonderful week and weekend. Bye.